Numsa members have gathered outside the Comair head office in Kempton Park. The union calling for the CEO, Orsmand, to resign after the flights operated by Comair were grounded at the weekend. Our business reporter, Kopano Gumbi, is outside the premises of the company. Kopano, good morning to you. I see people who look to be possibly coming to receive the memorandum. Explain to us exactly who you are seeing and what the situation is there.
That's exactly right, Oli. The Numsa members have gathered here outside the Comair head offices. In fact, as we see just behind us, I'll move out of shot shortly, the CEO, Orsmand himself, has come to receive the memorandum. Now, Numsa members have asked that, in fact, he come out from behind the gate to come and receive this memorandum directly from members and not pass it through the gate. Part of the demands that are coming out of this memorandum from Numsa include not just his resignation, but they're asking for the business rescue practitioners to stop what they're doing, to be removed, for all of the members that have been retrenched so far to also get their jobs back. So we're waiting just to see from Glenn himself, and we hope to get a comment. Here he comes, Orsmand and senior executives of Comair. I see there's the head of employee relations, the head of legal, all of them here to receive the memorandum. He seems very relaxed and comfortable, ready to greet his staff. Many of the Numsa members here are in fact active staff. And so they were concerned that their jobs may be lost. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Glenn being out here is a show of confidence that they are doing everything that they can to try and get their certificate back and to get themselves back on the air. As we see Glenn here just waiting to have the memorandum handed over to him. We're going to hear shortly from the Numsa national spokesperson, who's here. They're trying to have the members have a little bit quiet so that they can hand over this memorandum. And so we're just going to give them a minute to do that, and then we're going to listen in on to what they have to say, Jolie.
Comrades, the man that we're calling him to resign is here. Comrades, we appeal to all of you, comrades, please be disciplined. Mr. Glenn, we are not fighting with you today. We understand that you have issued a communication to all Comair staff members that whoever will come here is going to be arrested. Unfortunately, we have engaged the law enforcement. No one is going to be arrested here. We are not going to fight with you. We are just here to hand over the memorandum. We have got a number of grievances that we have highlighted to you previously. You will remember that we had a meeting with you in your boardroom. We raised a number of issues. So allow us to hand over the memorandum. Our colleague, Comrade Pakamile Tubishi, will read memorandum to you so that you can able to sign and address these workers as to what is it that we are going to do in terms of the demands that the union is raising. Thank you.
Manda! Manda! Viva Numsa, viva! Okay. Thank you, comrades. I'm going to read this memorandum on behalf of Numsa members at Comair to the management of Comair and specifically to you, Mr. Orsmand. Thank you for coming to receive it. We, the workers of Comair Limited, represented by the majority union, the National Union of Metal Workers of South Africa, express our lack of confidence in the leadership of Comair CEO Orsmand and his executive team. Under his watch, we have witnessed the decline of the airline to a shadow of its former glory. We have witnessed the hemorrhaging of jobs in the name of cost-cutting. The cost-cutting measures have resulted in an overworked, underpaid, and understaffed workforce that spells disaster for an airline with a rich history like Comair. Comair has been operating since 1943. Was founded in 1943, comrades. It's been in existence for a very long time. Our members care about this airline. And I think I want to make this perfectly clear. We are here because we care. We've given up everything for this airline. Earning 70% for months at a time. Loss of pension, loss of benefits. Taking on responsibilities that are not yours. Being stressed to the point of mental and emotional breakdown. Our members care. They've given up everything. And this is the demand we are making is a simple one. If the board cares about this airline as much as our members clearly do, they will do the right thing and kindly request your resignation. It is an indictment against the leadership, and in particular the leadership of Glenn Orsmand, that today Comair's operating certificate has been suspended. Under the tenure of Glenn Orsmand, we have witnessed near catastrophic incidences which could have been avoided had his leadership been focused on building the airline instead of slowly destroying it from within. Glenn Orsmand regards workers of Comair who have sacrificed immensely for the survival of the company as overpaid matriculants. He treats workers with disdain and derision. He forgets that this airline is where today because of us, our blood, sweat and tears. He forgets that the working class are producers of wealth. The reputation that Comair has is because our members gave up their labor to make that happen. Glenn Orsmand has no respect for what we do as workers. The poor decisions he has made has resulted in life-threatening situations for the airline. And it is us, ordinary workers at Comair, whose job it is to reassure passengers and make them feel calm and safe. He has stripped us to the bone and taken away so many benefits and conditions in the name of turning the airline around. But we are closer to crash landing than we ever have been because of his failed leadership. Instead of focusing on building the business and getting us out of prolonged business rescue, Orsmand has been training non-Comair workers from Mango and EPT Aviation Academy to potentially replace Comair as cheap labor. Glenn Orsmand is obsessed with comparing Comair to Fly Safair instead of continuing to build on Comair's rich legacy. Glenn Orsmand cheated workers in September 2020 by misleading and dividing them into giving up what was rightfully theirs on the basis of saving Comair. He promised to save 2,500 jobs. Instead, he used his management skills to cheat us of our benefits, slashed salaries, and instituted a reactionary and backward collective agreement which was imposed on us. He then signed for 30% salary cuts for 6 months, but that turned into over 12 months of reduced salary. Since the signing of that suicidal collective agreement, more than half of the 2,500 jobs that were terminated through multiple rounds of retrenchments. Comair is now left with only 1,300 staff. All this was done in the name of turning the airline around. He claimed the airline was operating on a shoestring budget, but he has no problem paying business rescue practitioners over $1 million a month. Whilst ordinary workers lose assets, suffer extreme financial difficulty as a result of having their salaries and benefits reduced. He attempted to block the reinstatement of 100% salary payments for staff in January this year. And he has significantly taken benefits of staff in the name of soft rules. Crew are no longer afforded food during their shifts. If a cabin crew member faints while on shift, no, it is because Glenn Orsmand is denying workers food. This is important. No, this is important. The company has implemented a policy of a 35-minute turnaround that has resulted in safety standards being compromised. This is a foreign tendency in the company's over 7 decades of existence. He has sold head office of the business and almost all subsidiaries, topped it with 30% salary cuts he took against our will for over 12 months. This is not enough for him. He wants even more and is seemingly prepared to collapse the third airline in this country under the watch of our government. Our demands are simple. We demand that Glenn Orsmand do the honorable thing and resign from the company or be immediately removed by the board of directors. We also demand the withdrawal of the Section 189, which was issued on the 1st of March. We will not accept any more taking from our benefits. How much more do you want from workers? How much more? They must stop cutting salaries and stop cutting benefits of the lowest paid workers in the company, as this has clearly proven to have failed as a solution. We demand a response from the board of Comair within 7 days. This is our memorandum. Can it be signed, please? And then after it has been signed, and this is important, after it has been signed, comrades, we will allow Mr. Orsmand to address us for a very brief time because this is our picket. He will address us, and then we will be done. Thank you. You may please sign here. You must just sign it to us. Put your name and I'll give it to Sorry. One is yours, one is ours, one is the
Can you listen to the CEO when he addresses you, comrade? But we have noticed, comrade, on a serious note, we have noticed that while Comrade Parker Miller was reading memorandum, you were busy consulting with your HR department. Are you saying that when we read this memorandum, it's not important, Mr. Glenn? Please, can you address us? We are not happy with that, what we have done. Listen.
Okay, first I'd like to thank you for being here, and I'm thankful that you care. We care, we all care together, we're all in this together. Right now, the absolute most important thing is we need to be back in the sky. We need to be back in the sky to protect our jobs, all of our jobs. And I must thank Numsa for the letter they wrote to the CA. That is really, really greatly appreciated. We thank you for that support. We're all on the same side here. I've told you I have said many times we have the best people in the industry. Our people are our strength. We value our people, and thank you for caring. We care. So importantly, we need to be back in the sky as soon as possible. We would like to be back in the sky tomorrow, and then we need to protect the jobs, and then we can worry about me. But for now, let's get back in the sky. Let's work together. Let's make that our number one priority. That tomorrow we fly our 10,000 passengers. We operate our 20 aeroplanes. That's the goal now. Sort me out later, but right now, let's get in the sky. We need to get back in the sky, and we can only do it if we all work together. We're on the same side. We care. We understand you care. It's been a tough year for you guys, for everyone. It's been an impossible year. We had COVID 1, COVID 2, COVID 3, COVID 4. We have oil at $100. So, thank you.
Thank you.
That is Glenn Osmand there, just addressing the of Numsa receiving the memorandum. Only looking a little bit emotional there, in fact, as he was explaining that it's been a very difficult time for the airline, and not just that, but that it's been a difficult time because of the external factors that have hampered and hurt the business. You heard him saying oil at record high prices, which is a very key component to flying. It doesn't happen without that. So we heard there Glenn Osmand just saying his number one priority is getting back on the air, and as well as getting back on the air, he hinted that they may possibly be back on air or in the air from tomorrow afternoon. So we wait to see that development fully. The memorandum has been handed over. Members are not happy, but we heard there Glenn Osmand saying they're doing everything they can to get back in the air. That's their number one priority. Then he says, then worry about me after that. As soon as we're back in the air, I can leave or not leave. That's but the number one priority is getting the airline back. And the same for the members who are now, if I just ask Katlego to turn around, starting to disperse, in fact, as a result of having now handed over that memorandum. And that may call to an end the morning's proceedings. We're still going to speak to the spokesperson now to see if they are satisfied with the outcome of today's poll, but that's all from us here.
Kopano Gumbi, our business reporter, thank you very much for that live update.